Welcome to Grade 1 View, the podcast for future CRNAs by future CRNAs, a partnership between AANA and Beyond the Mask.
Whether you're about to graduate from a nurse anesthesia program, trying to get accepted to nursing school, or you're somewhere in between.
This podcast is a resource and safe space for all things nurse anesthesia.
We're your Season 2 host team. I'm Levi Davis.
I'm Kelsey Muir.
I'm Mackenzie Lane.
And I'm Nicholas Alexander. So grab your Mac or your Miller, turn up your flows, and get ready, because this is Grade 1 View.
Welcome back to Grade 1 View. I'm your host, Mackenzie, and today we're getting very real about something every single nurse anesthesia student loses sleep over: clinicals. More specifically, the inevitable mistakes, the steep learning curves, and how to actually survive them. Since I am gearing up to step into the OR for my own clinical rotations pretty soon, I thought it was a good time to sit down with my amazing team. They've been in the trenches for a while now, and they've graciously agreed to share their missteps, their hard-earned wisdom, and the things they wish they had known on day one. So, whether you're about to start your first rotation or you're already deep in the thick of it, this episode is for you. Let's hop in. Take us back to your very first day in the operating room. What was going through your head, and what is one thing you wish you had known before you walked in?
Well, to be honest, my first day I was sick, and I was trying to play it off cool.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because I was like, I can't miss my first day.
Yeah, the first day, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I feel like that's true.
And honestly, I just try to go in with like an open mind. Ours was really nice because we kind of first day got a tour, and they kind of give us a rundown of things, make sure we could get into the Pyxis, things like that. I know some people at their clinicals had to go in the weekend before to get all that done. And then they just kind of threw us into the OR. And so my first day was kind of more just a shadow shift. And to be honest, because I was so sick, I was like just trying to stay alive at that point, where
Yeah,
like
you're like
nothing
fighting through a
was
fever
phasing me.
dream.
Yeah. I just remember I was in the OR and I was like, dang, it is so hot in here. I thought it was so cold. And I just put my hand on my chest and I was sweaty. Like my whole scrubs were wet. And I was like, can I go to the bathroom real fast? And I changed my scrubs and I was just trying to like sound not as sick. And so I don't recommend this. Don't go in sick. I had already been sick for 5 days, so I thought I was through it. But I think as the day went on, because you're standing there, you have to constantly be mentally ready, that by the end of the day was done for.
You should have
Yeah.
stuck the esophageal temp probe down your throat.
Yeah, one for the patient
Check
and
your
one
temp,
for me.
yeah. Your fever. Yeah, you're probably fighting through a fever. And they're just
But
thinking it's nervous. They're like, oh, this student, it's his first day, he's so nervous.
He's got to get over this eventually. I'm just trying to survive. First day, I think just like go in, try and stay calm, and I'd say just take in as much as you can and just get through the day, because the next day is hopefully going to be better, and you're just kind of learning things. So I'd say give yourself grace. And
Mhm.
for me, I'd say my first week was probably the most embarrassing week of my life. Like
Mhm.
I was making mistakes that I'd never even made in the ICU. With my first needle stick was during my first week. I was like, what am I doing? There's even at one point I was like, the IV tubing wasn't working, and I ended up like somehow unconnecting it and just drained half the bag on the floor. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, the nerves get you. Like they really get you. And like it goes to say, like, everybody always talks about like you're top dog in the ICU, and like you are the best of the best in the units, and you're performing rapid response, you're doing all this extra stuff, and you're the person that everybody's calling on out in the ICU world. And then you get to anesthesia clinicals and you are like so humbled. And like I remember I
So
was sitting
quickly.
there one day and I was looking at Zofran, and we gave Zofran in the ICU, but I'm like 4 milligrams in 2 mLs. 4 milligrams in 2 mLs. Like I remember thinking, like trying to like reconstitute drugs and like basic stuff that you did in the unit, and like you're so nervous, and it's just like your mind glitches. It's so weird.
I had a similar thing with Brevitol. I had to make it for ECTs I was doing, and it was in 200 milligrams and 20 milliliters. And she was like, all right, so what's the concentration per milliliter? And I seriously, for 30 seconds, was like staring at her. I was like, well, there's 200.
Yeah.
There's
I
200
would have done the
here.
same thing, man.
And she's like,
can't
yep,
think.
that's right. In 20 milliliters. So how much per milliliter? And I was like, so 110. And she's like, yep, you're getting closer. And I was like, hold on. And for some reason, it was 6:00 in the morning. I'm not a
Yeah.
morning person. I was like, just give me a couple more minutes. I got
Yeah,
it.
and you're also so afraid that, like, you're gonna get a question wrong or something like that, and they're just gonna be like, "Get out." And, like,
Yeah.
a lot of people aren't like that, but you're just afraid that you're gonna have that one person that's just gonna, "Get out. You don't
Yeah.
belong here," kind of thing. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
That will crush me when that happens. I need to like accept that that's going to happen at some point, because I will like be emailing my program director and being like, I'm so sorry.
I have been messaging. I have 2 teachers that I text, and one of them, I just keep messaging her, and I'm like, "You will never believe what I did today." Or even I think I told you, like, a month ago, it was the second case I was in, and I was trying to be sneaky and, like, get out of the room to go to the restroom, and, tripped over the pulse ox and ripped it out of the thing, and I was on the floor, and the circulator just looks over at me and she's like, "Well, the
Not, are
student's
you
gotta mess up
okay?
sometime."
Oh my
Or
gosh.
and I was so mortified just laying on the floor, and I, like, got up, and I don't know anyone at this point, and so I'm just, like, trying to take off the lead gown and get out of there as quickly as possible.
Trying to be cool. You try so hard to be cool. You're trying
Yeah.
to win over everybody all over again, and, like, it's a
Yeah.
whole group of people that you don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, man.
100%. And that's like, I'd say too, second day, didn't know anyone. In the morning, wasn't feeling good in my stomach, you know what I mean? And I like come out of the stall and everyone I'm gonna be working with that day is standing there and it's just like, hi everyone. Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm the SRNA. Don't go in
Oh,
there.
man.
Like
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. You need to ask Santa for in your stocking, you need to get, like, the poopery is what it's called, and
Cooper.
That is,
Oh,
yeah, it
I'm
smells
gonna
or
send you some,
Modium. I don't
Nicholas.
know.
we'll send you or a Imodium. Let's talk about health problems in school. I've never had gastric reflux like I have since I started school. I had to start taking Protonix. Like, it
Oh,
hurt.
Probably
yeah.
from
Like,
the
I started having
stress.
Yes, yes. And I
Yeah.
had my, first migraine ever I think it was about a month ago. I had to leave clinical. I was in the middle of the OR. My first case of the day, it was a MAC case, pretty simple. I was with a preceptor that I was friends with before anesthesia school. And he was pretty cool. And he's over there, like, trying to let me do my thing since I'm a senior. And I'm looking at the clock and I can only see 8. I can't see that it's 8:42. I'm looking down at the monitor. I can see the numbers on the monitor, but I can't see any of the waveforms, like, on the left side. I had gone blind, like, my middle vision instead of peripheral vision. It was like I had lost everything. I looked down at my paper and now I'm getting nervous and I'm get sweaty, just like Nick was talking about. And I look up at my preceptor and he's like, "Hey man, you don't look okay." And I was like, "I don't feel good." I started feeling nauseous and I had a huge, like, just a migraine just hit me right in the middle. I've never had that happen to me before, but I had the whole, like, aura, loss of vision. Like, it's crazy. The health, like, this schooling can stress you out so much. And I don't know if that's correlated to the school and stress or whatever, but, like, I went to the
Oh,
ER. I was like,
100%.
Man, I'm, like,
I'm having a
Am I
stroke.
stroking out? Like,
Yeah, I'm, like, having a stroke. I'm laying there on the CAT scan table, like, "Oh my gosh, am I gonna have anaphylaxis to the contrast? I've never had contrast. What if they find a tumor?" Like, my mind's, like, just going crazy, but it ended up just being a migraine, and thankfully, I was able to go home and rest and take the next day off, but
kind of like piggybacking off of that. So the bad days, because there are bad days, let's be real. But
yeah.
what does your routine look like after a genuinely terrible day, whether it be a mistake you made or some bad criticism? How do you leave all that at the hospital and avoid bringing that stress home? Or do you bring it
Oh,
home?
yeah, you can definitely bring it home. I will sit in my car, like, after I get off and just kinda sit there for a minute in the parking garage, kinda, like, in silence. I'll even drive home in silence, like, just, like, thinking, like, what the crap just happened to me and, like, why, like,
Mm-hmm.
if it was a mistake that I made or just a bad day or you're fumbling and, like, because there's days where you do fumble hard in anesthesia school,
Mhm.
and you don't feel good when you leave. And so you just got to take that mental break. If I have time to like squeeze in like a 20-minute nap and not just, I will not come home and study on a bad day because I know I'm not going to get anything out of it. Unless there's like some crazy deadline that I have to make, I'll take a break from studying and stuff. Because normally my routine is come home and start studying right away, but I'll take a break.
Mhm. Studying for classes or like for boards?
Yeah, well, both. Well,
Both.
senior, so I don't have classes. I have classes, but it's mainly just board prep at this point.
Gotcha.
I take my C here upcoming soon. I don't like to share the date, but
It's
yeah, I
okay.
take that for the second time.
You got
Um,
this.
but yeah, I've been studying for that. But if I have a bad day, like that's out the window. I'm not coming home to study.
Okay, what do you
Yeah.
use to study for the C?
Um, so for studying for the C, I will use Apex. I've used Olivate. And then we do have Prodigy with my school. This one I have used the least, but I do like the blueprints and the games that are on there as well.
Nice.
But coming up right on the C, I am going to Olivate.
Nice.
For me, I've only really had maybe 1 or 2 really bad days. I feel
Mhm.
like there was one day where I had 4 cases. The first 3 cases, I crushed it, and I was like, "Oh, look at me. Okay." And then as soon as you start feeling like that, that rug is just ripped out from under
Yeah.
you real
You get
quick.
smacked with the humble stick. It's like,
Yeah,
bam.
I the last shift of the day, I'm, like, feeling sick just thinking about it, but it just went so bad. And I just at the end of it, the anesthesiologist had to talk with me and the CRNA about what happened, and I'm just and it's once one thing goes bad, you just kinda keep making you just can't think, and I just kept making every little mistake that you can make, and again,
Mhm.
back to, like, I didn't even make these mistakes as a nurse, and now I just can't seem to get a single thing right, and fortunately, at the end of the day, the patient did fine, but it just, like, really shook me where I was like, "Wow, I have a long way to go," and it definitely didn't feel good when the anesthesiologist was like, "Alright, let's regroup. We need to talk about what happened," and I was like, "Oh, yikes."
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I,
Which is
like
it's good in a way to, like, have them regroup with you as long as it's in a very constructive way and
Yeah,
not.
and I feel very fortunate because the anesthesiologist that was there is very, very nice, and not all the anesthesiologists at this place are nice, and especially to CRNAs or SRNAs. So I feel very fortunate it was with who it was, and I was able to learn from it. But for me, I always go directly to the gym after my shift
Mm.
because it gives me even if I don't want to, I'm tired. Like yesterday I went after my shift, I went to the gym and I could barely do the workout. I was functioning at like 10%, but it
Yeah, but
was
you showed
just to
up.
get my body
Yeah.
moving, just to like start like sweating. And for me that's a big thing that helps me. Even on bad days, I just have to go do something, get my mind off of it. And it is something you bring home and it's still something I think about because it's like dang, I made a really dumb mistake in front of a room of 10 people, but ultimately, like, it's a learning experience, the patient wasn't harmed. Another day, I just remember talking to a CRNA, and he was, like, giving me, like, "You need to work on these things." And I was like, "Okay, awesome, thank you. Just yeah, anything I need to work on, just let me know." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, you have a lot of stuff to work on." And then it was like the laundry
But
list
it's
came out, and I
also,
was
like that's why anesthesia school is f for 3 years, and that's why your
yeah,
preceptor's still right there with you because like, there is things to learn, and so it's hard to be in that mindset, though, when it's being told to you right then,
Right.
but, like,
yeah.
looking back at the day.
I'm one of those people too that like if someone's mean to me or they're condescending, I'm no longer like receptive to feedback or I'm not
Mhm.
receptive to learning, whether I want to be or not. Like my brain just shuts off. And so when you have those moments, it's hard to continue to be like optimistic. Even yesterday, I was with an anesthesiologist that literally didn't let me do anything. Or like I've done many, many blocks with her peers. And then yesterday she was like, "Nope, you can watch me." And I was like,
Yeah.
I would
I
love
feel like
nothing more.
yeah.
Um,
Show me your
and
technique, I would love to
yeah,
see it.
yeah. And so basically she never taught me. She just let me stand in the corner of the room and watch her. And that's totally cool too.
Yeah.
You want to pretend to be happy. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the other hard things is like you always have to be on. So it's
Yeah.
like you have to act like you want to be there. You have to, when you're getting asked questions, you have to try to do your best to answer them. You have to try to impress the CRNA and the anesthesiologist and look like you know what you're doing, even though you're running on 4 hours of sleep sometimes. And so that's, for me, like, I'm very introverted. And so coming in every day and being like, good morning. Hello, what's
Let me
up?
put this mask on real quick.
Let me put the, yeah, exactly. And I even try to joke around with people. Like, there's this one doctor there that has like a nose ring and always has cool glasses. And I'm like, well, looks like the cool doctor just clocked in. Like,
Oh, Lord.
like I always just try to like,
Yeah, make it jovial and be light.
and people don't want to teach someone that like looks miserable, you know?
Mhm.
Right.
You can't come in and be like, "Oh, man, I didn't sleep well last night. I'm just not performing at my best today." Like, you can't do that in
Yeah.
school. Like, you have
Yeah.
to show up. Like, everybody else can show up like that, but you cannot.
But you can't. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, man. I feel like we've talked a lot of negative. I do wanna say that out of all the bad days that you do have, there are so many more good days and good moments to where you feel like, "Heck yeah." And like that, those moments are so great. Like, you leave clinical and you're just smiling ear to ear. You feel good. You feel confident. You wanna go to the gym. I am super guilty of not going to the gym since the start of clinical. Um, but, like, you wanna get out there and, like, you just feel good, when those moments happen. But the weight of the bad day or the negative comments or the negative feedback, it feels so much more heavier than the 1,000 good days and good moments. Like, those bad moments, you kinda sit in them and you lose sleep and you just feel like crap.
And it's hard to remind yourself of the good whenever
Yes.
Yeah.
the bad is the most recent thing that
And
happened.
anesthesia school is 3 years for a reason.
Yeah. Well,
That's
that's
good
why
advice.
I started, like, creating a list. What started out as, like, all my mistakes, but then it started to be stuff that I did that I thought was really funny, and, like, looking back and, like, there was a time where I was, like, trying to stretch out the tourniquet to put it on an IV, and the anesthesia tech was walking by, and it just whipped him right in the butt. And I was like, "Oops." And so it's like, just I started trying to keep track of those as well, and then the good moments, because there are a lot of good moments, and in general, I'm just, like, so thrilled to be in the OR. Like, this is
Mm,
what I've wanted for, like, 6
right,
years. I've been
right.
Right.
preparing for this moment, and so I'm like, I'm genuinely every day excited to be there, and I'm fortunate to
Mm.
work with preceptors that genuinely love their job. And so you're learning from people that love their job, that wanna teach you. And one time I had a preceptor that I guess didn't likes things a certain way, and I think it was hard to have. It was my 2nd day, and, like, I had never been in the OR before. I didn't know what to do, and then every time I saw this person, I'd be like, "Oh my god, hey, good morning. How's it going?" Just, and then it eventually turned in over like a month, and continuing to work with this person, we get along great now, and I genuinely like this person, and we can talk
Yeah.
about each other's lives. And so it's like, you try not to let those bad moments just take over, because if you work at it and continue to grow, like, it's going to get better.
And keeping that mindset that you were talking on is just like, I get to be here today. I get to
Yeah.
be in class today. I get to sit through this 8-hour lecture. I get to sit in this 9-hour fem pop with the vascular surgeon that you don't like. Like, you get to
Yeah.
be there.
I think a
And
mindset of gratitude is key. That's been key
yes,
for me even in
yes,
the classroom phase. So I really hope I
yes.
Yeah.
can carry
On
that
my
over.
On my Instagram, I had a ad come up. I'm looking at my phone right now to see what it's called. It's a gratitude app that me Gratitude Plus that me and my wife do, and it kinda gives us a notification every day to give, like, 3 things that you're grateful for. It has, like, different prompts, but it helps you, like, kinda gear your mindset to where how Nicholas was saying, like, once you mess up, you just keep messing up. But it's almost like that's a mindset, kinda like when you get a new car and you didn't see that car on the road, but now that you have the new car, it's like everybody has the same car as me. Like, you're driving down the road and you're like, "Man, I see this everywhere." It's like if you're looking for the bad things, like, every little mistake is gonna just be, like, tip you off. But if you look for the good things, like, and you start your mindset in that direction, you start to notice a lot of good in your life, and the whole, like, "I get to be here. I used to pray
Right.
to be in the position that I am today."
And
So,
here I
Mhm.
am. Yeah.
yeah.
That's huge. And then whenever you might receive some constructive criticism or maybe a conversation doesn't go well with the preceptor, you're already in that healthy place of maybe receiving it and processing it a little
Yeah,
better. That's
I
huge.
am a learner. Like, I am a learner, and, like, you will make mistakes, and that's okay. That's part of this whole thing is, like,
Mhm.
learning how to do it the right way, and that's
Yeah.
you wanna do that while you're in school.
Mhm. Another question, if you guys would like to answer.
Oh, sure. Oh, I
Moving
never talked about my
from
first day.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us.
I think I did on another episode, though. I think it was, like, one of our first episodes. I'll just
Share it
briefly
again.
I
Share it
had
again.
a great first day. I mean, I met with my clinical coordinator before my shift were to start. I didn't know where I was gonna be, what preceptor I was gonna be with or anything, but he kinda gave me the tour, same as, like, Nicholas did. But then they just dropped me in a room, and thankfully, it was, like seriously, I think what I said in the episode was, like, God's gift to my clinical site as a preceptor. I love her to death. I even showed her that episode talking about her.
Oh.
But she was just like a mom that throws you in the deep end but doesn't let you drown because she was like, "You're doing it." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "Yeah." It was like a lap
Pardon?
collie. She's like, "You're doing yeah." She's like, "Yeah, you're gonna push the drugs. You're gonna tell me what you're gonna do, what your plan is, and you're gonna intubate." And I was like, "Oh." Like within 2 hours of my first clinical day, like I'm sitting in there trying to do this. And I mean, I got my first airway. Like I did. It took a minute. It took a minute,
Yeah.
but we got there.
And you
I
knocked
didn't
out some teeth, but no, I'm just
no,
kidding.
I didn't. I didn't. I have yet to do that. I have yet to do that. I
Oh,
hope I
Knock
okay,
on
don't.
good.
I
I
wood.
hope
hope it
I don't.
never
Oh my
happens.
gosh.
Never happens to
Oh,
any of us.
no, ever, no. Now, tubing the goose, it's happened. I will be the first to admit, like and I feel like tubing the goose is like people that say they don't pee in the pool. Like
Yeah,
you tubed the goose at least once in your career, and you might have covered it up and nobody noticed it, but you've done that
it's
before.
happened.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing when that happens too. I
At
remember
what point did you realize, like,
oh,
you
you
didn't
know
have good
right
end
away. Like,
title?
if
You
you
do?
know
Because in
yeah,
our Sims, we know right away, but I'm like
yeah. Yeah. You know,
Here's
like,
the
right
thing
away, like,
about
you go give the breath and, like, there might be a little of end tidal, like, a little blurt, but, like, it's
good.
not, like, what you need, and you don't wanna keep blowing air into the esophagus. But you know and you take it out, and it just depends on your preceptor or anesthesiologist, whoever you're with, if they're gonna, like, bump you out of the way. Like, if you're a new student, they're probably gonna bump you out of the way if you don't seem confident, but if you're, like, a senior or you've made that mistake and, like, you know how to recover yourself, they give you the opportunity to, like, okay, pull it out and you shoot for it again, hopefully with a better view, or you're reaching for your video scope. But yeah, you know pretty much right away.
here's one thing I've learned. Speaking of sim, it is nothing like clinicals at all.
No.
I I still, after practicing, could not get the Mac blade down. It took me a week to figure out how to get the Mac blade because I had only
Oh,
ever used a Miller in SimLab.
yeah,
Masking, holy smokes.
yeah.
You might as well have never masked a mannequin before because it is
It's a skill,
still the hardest thing that I can do. Even
masking.
and then I
Yeah.
think I'm getting it down yesterday, couldn't mask a single patient. And granted, like,
Mhm.
one patient didn't have any teeth and one had a beard, and so, like, there are all these other things that make it difficult, but I think
Yeah.
SimLab is to, like, get the motions down, and then you
Yes.
have to, like, figure out how to do it for the patients, and then each patient is different on top of that.
Yeah.
And
I'd agree with that, like, the step by step in the sim lab, like, the actual, like, induction is pretty similar to that, but the actual, like,
Yeah.
doing the skills, it's not.
yeah. And then I've never tubed the goose, but what I did do is
Ooh. You haven't been doing
I
it long enough.
exactly. Yep. No, that's
Or you
Rookie.
100%
don't
the
pee
truth.
or you don't pee in the pool
Or I d
either, so
okay, I 100% pee in the pool. Like you said, people that say they don't are lying. It's like
I'm
Yeah,
same
not
with the
exactly.
swimming with
shower.
y'all in Boston
People
at the hotel.
just stay 6 feet away. You'll be fine.
No
Um,
hot tubbing.
no, sorry, can't share a hot tub. It's
Oh,
one person
so
only.
funny.
But I was with for 1 week, I was with a anesthesia tech that always inflated the cuff for me, and so I just got out of the habit of doing it, and I intubated a patient, I was masking, and I did 4 breaths, and after 4 breaths, still had no end tidal, and I'm like, "Oh, shoot." And I turn around, and I'm like, "I have no end tidal," and they're like, "You didn't get it in," and I was like, I think I got it in."
I
The
saw it.
anesthesiologist
Oh, yeah.
just pulls it out, and he
Yep.
said, "Why is the balloon not inflated?" And I was like, oops, that's embarrassing. And
Yeah.
he is like, all right, take your blade. He's like, you're not getting to use a stylet this time. And so I got it in the next time
Mhm.
without the stylet. And then we went from there. But I just remember in that moment, I was like, okay, that was a dumb mistake. And then I was like,
Yes.
where are the anesthesia techs? We need to talk about this. This is
And
You're
mind you, when
setting
you
us
do
up for
this
failure.
yes, mind you, when you
You're
do this,
setting me up.
you've got the circulator looking at you. You've got the circulator's orientee looking at you. You've got the surgical tech, the surgical tech student. You've got the anesthesiologist, maybe the surgeon and their first assist. And they're just like Nicholas said, you didn't inflate it. And you're just like, ooh.
Yeah,
I'm
once
gonna
I
be
got
like,
it
can
in,
everyone turn around and close
Right,
your eyes?
right,
no,
right.
yeah, I try to play it off and be like, "What a rookie mistake, am I right, guys?" And, I,
It's just
wanted
crickets.
Yeah, exactly.
and
Everybody's just like, let's go. Like you're talking
yeah,
play.
everyone's like, "Alright,
Yeah.
we were supposed to start 15 minutes ago."
Yeah. It already took you 20 minutes to get that A line or IV. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
This isn't funny anymore. Oh, man. Mine was the circuit. Always do your circuit checks, guys. Just do them. Like,
I do it.
and it was an anesthesia
Yeah.
tech. Let me preface this. I love my anesthesia techs that I've worked with. Like they have been absolutely phenomenal. Just in case they ever listen to this, like I truly believe that. I truly believe that. But one of them was new. She even had like the onboarding badge on her badge, and I was like, I had seen her around, and she set up my machine. Well, I didn't check it because like she had checked it, but like just double check it behind these people. And I went to intubate, and I had the same thing intubated, saw it go through the cords, no end title. And I'm like, what is going on? There was no end title attachment like to my circuit. Like there
Mm.
was no, and they're like, did you check your machine? And so I'm like giving breaths, there's nothing, and it's zero, like no waveforms at all. And I had no connector. I don't know what you call it, the tubing that goes to the end title reading. Yeah. Nope.
That's
And I
okay.
got reamed for that. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
just
I
making
coulda
sure your
sworn I did.
connections are tightened. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that. And it's like so obvious that you you
you did.
didn't.
It's, like, still in the packaging on
My
Sorry, I
friend, we were
don't
laughing in the doctor's lounge the other day talking about like just mistakes, kind of like we are now. And she said that she told her preceptor, "Yeah, I checked it." And the preceptor like let her be like, "Oh, they're like, "Oh, okay." And she reached to like bag the patient to mask, no bag. No bag on the circuit. And the preceptor
Oh
was like,
god.
"So where's the bag?" And the preceptor had one like behind him. And it's just those moments. It's like, oh man,
Yeah, my
like you
bag
just
fell off
feel,
yesterday, and
uh,
I was like the anesthesiologist was like, "There's no end tidal, you're not bagging, you're not getting good tidal volumes," and I was like, "Yeah, the bag fell off, it's on the floor." And I was like, "Oh, hold on real quick." So it's
yes,
like these things
ah,
happen, and it's good to laugh about it, like, in the moment,
yes,
you're like, "Oh, shoot," but, like, it's
yeah.
so funny looking back, and I think you have to be able to laugh at yourself,
Right.
otherwise, it's gonna
Right.
be a
Now I do
long
my
couple
circuit
years.
check. I do my
Ye
circuit
and
checks.
you
You
learn from
learn.
it, yeah.
You're learning. Like that's the whole thing is you are learning.
Do
Dumb
you
things you
guys
can
are
laugh
y'all
at.
note takers throughout the day? Like, do you have a
100%,
little
yep.
pen pad type
I
of
have
I
thing?
2. So I have one that I carry around with me, and I have a notebook for my patients, and so I'll scribble notes in there throughout the day, for certain cases, like certain notes for the cases, little, like, tips from the CRNAs or anesthesiologists, and then that kind of help, like, almost study. I have, like, another notebook that I'll put those notes in and make it cleaner, and then I carry
Mm,
that book around with me if I ever need to reference it.
I
nice.
the only thing I write down if I don't like take a picture of it with my phone without patient information on it, like identifying, I will take what I need to enter into Typhon, the what you put your case logs and stuff in, how you're
Mm,
tracking your numbers and stuff. I will write that down, but I don't constantly write down. Now, peds, I was in peds today. What I do is I take the package that our the blade holder comes in has like a card in it, and the back of it's like a cardboard. It's not like a flimsy piece of paper, and the back of it's blank. And I'll write when you learn peds, if you guys haven't yet, you'll have an atropine dose, your epi dose, and your sucks dose. And you have to have like sucks with an IM needle on it. You have to have your atropine with the IM needle already drawn up on it. Because like if you get into an emergency with a peds, like laryngospasm, bronchospasm, you have to be able to like hit them with you don't have an IV, like you have to be able to have those emergency drugs and know like their specific dosages to their weight.
Right.
So every day I'll take those cards and I'll write my patient's year, kilograms, and then I'll look at my I use Vargo and kind of compare it to my notes as well for all of my dosages for my meds. And I put that on a card. So if I'm in that oh crap moment, I already have that card right there that I can just grab. So I know the dose. So I do write those down. Speaking of being like asked questions when you're under stress. So the anesthesiologist that I was working with today, we were doing a inhalational induction and I was going to intubate. And he's like, okay, so how did you select your tube size? What's the calculation for that? And like your mind just goes, like, right when they start asking you questions, he's like, you're a senior, right? Like you're graduating here soon in a couple of months. So I'm going to try to like put a little bit of stress on you. How do you calculate what tube size you just chose? What's the calculation for the depth of the centimeters that it goes in? Like as I'm like trying to math
plus 4/4 something.
Yeah. And then the depth I couldn't remember, but it's just times 3, the ET tube size times 3. But I could not remember that. And thankfully he was nice, but he was just trying to put pressure on me. But like you're sitting there trying to like mask the kid and like try to make sure that they're staging through it and they're not obstructing and they're just asking you questions. Like it happens. Like I think it's pimping is what's the East Coast, but I think it's called peppering on the West Coast is what I've heard from my classmates.
Yeah.
All those questions
pimped.
that they get. Yeah. Pimp.
I've never heard peppering.
Peppering? Okay. Maybe it's super West Coast.
One of my professors says pepper and he's from the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
So maybe
interesting.
Okay. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Coke, soda, pop. Peppering,
just
pimping.
some pop.
Got peppered today.
I guess peppering's better than pimping.
Let me pepper you guys with some rapid fire questions.
Oh no.
There's actually only 2, but they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good.
You have to do the sound effect. You have to do the Man, she has no hopes for us. No hopes.
I need a soundboard.
If Dr. Greg Collins is listening to this episode from Airway Exchange, because I got him in DC, like I got them with some rapid fire. I just started doing rapid fire and got up with board questions in that episode. And they were just like, oh, and these are faculty members. And so if he hears this and I get something wrong, he's not going to let me hear the end of it.
Sadly, these are fun questions. These aren't even good anesthesia questions. We should do that. That would be fun. We could all like quiz each other. That would be so fun. Y'all could quiz me. Y'all should ask me a question you got asked at clinical.
There we go.
I probably won't be able to answer
that I am down for.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not in the College Bowl for a reason.
Oh man.
I feel like I am.
Levi is.
I am. Putting me like right on the spot. Yeah.
We'll like hold up the answers in the crowd. We'll be like, this
maybe one of our episodes can be like a practice episode. I'm just kidding.
There you go. If you could sum up clinicals in one word, what would it be? One word.
Humbling. Like it really is. Like, okay, year 2 me would say humbling. Year 3, growth. Learner.
Ooh,
I don't know. There's a few.
Very developmental. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, you took the words right out of my mouth because I can't think of any. I would just say exciting because, like I said earlier, you've been waiting years for this moment to kind of put everything you've been learning for, all those skills in the ICU. And then even though you have bad days, the good days outweigh them. And you're just like, for me, it's always just exciting to be there and be able to show people what you know.
I like it. That's awesome. Perfect. What is your go-to quick breakfast or snack for a busy OR day?
We have like muscle milk protein shakes with like 42 grams of protein and the cookies and cream. That it is genuinely going to change your life.
It's just up for grabs at y'all's hospital?
Yep, just up for grabs. And yeah, so I usually will have that for like a quick snack. You know, I always say put a little bit of protein in something and all of a sudden I think it's the best thing in the world. That and so protein Pop-Tarts.
Oh,
very good.
I've seen those. I saw those at Publix.
Those. Yeah, I
So
need to
good.
try those. Those sound good.
I love a Pop-Tart.
I love a Pop-Tart. I'd say because my preceptors have access to the doctor's lounge and they have like the free foods in there and stuff. I just go for like, if it's quick and like I'm doing case turnovers, I get a cup of black coffee and then like those Kellogg's Special K like pastry bars with a little icing. That's pretty good.
It's like a treat without it being a real treat.
Yeah, because I usually eat my breakfast like on the way because I'm a chronic running late person. Late as a student, I usually try to get there before my preceptors. But like I'm eating on the road, like
Yeah.
I'm going down the road trying to eat like eggs or a bagel.
Do y'all
But
pack a lunch or do you have lunch there?
I have lunch there.
I do because I don't have access to the doctor's lounge where I can get free stuff. So I just pack my lunch.
My preceptors take me there. That like I eat lunch when they do, and they take me with them.
Nice. Yeah, I'll
Kind.
take
Yeah.
they'll give me they'll be like, "You wanna go eat lunch? Here's my badge." I'll be like, "You do love me."
Oh my god.
You do care.
Yes, and then I can
That's
save
so
money. I'm like, "I'm
sweet.
so broke. I want that free food."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayo Clinic
Which
better pull through.
they should. I don't know.
Food.
I think in the last few months I've put on like 10 pounds because this is
Oh
like
my
the first
It's
time
good.
I've had 3 meals a day since I've started CRNA school.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first you were talking about going to the gym. I know that we kinda, like, interrupted the rapid fire, but we were talking about going to the gym, and my first year, I was counting my macros. I was doing C-bums, like, workouts, like, I have a gym in my garage, like, I gained 20 pounds in muscle my second year, I lost all the muscle. Like, I lost 20 pounds, and now I've gained that 20 pounds back, but it's definitely not muscle. So, that's been my, like, roller coaster of weight journey.
The
I'm trying
weight
to get back
journey
on
of
the diet.
CRNA
It's just
school.
so hard. It's so hard.
It's just hard to be consistent, I think,
Yeah. I
during
wish
It
I could
all
be
of
is,
like
this.
yeah.
Nicholas and go to the gym. I have no excuse other than I'm tired, I'm lazy, and I
Well,
lack
it's like
motivation.
the gym is close to the hospital, so it's like
Nice.
I literally leave and go directly there. If I go home at all, I know I'm not gonna go. I just like put it in my GPS now. My GPS knows my schedule, and so as soon as I'm leaving the hospital, it's like, "You wanna go to the this gym?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, let's go."
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of, like, military hospitals. When I was in the Army and I would go to the hospitals for, like, my clinical rotations and things, they would have gyms in the hospital, like, full-fledged, like,
Mhm.
gyms, and then they would also have daycare for kids. Like, you had, like, the whole shebang right there in the hospital. People need to do that. We need to, like, make hospitals like that.
Those were actually the only 2 rapid fire questions.
Oh, perfect.
So that's all for that.
And
Yeah.
then
When it comes to, like, the pimping and peppering, like, those questions, it's mainly drugs, like, that you're getting asked.
Okay, that
You're
makes
Mhm.
me
not
feel
getting asked
better.
that. One of the things that, like, math calculations always just get me. Like, I can do math on a piece
Mm,
of paper, but if you don't give me a piece of paper to write things down on, like, the 220, like, I feel like, "Can I have a piece of paper?"
please. We had, med oral boards a few weeks ago where
Ooh,
it's just you and the professor, and they just drill you on meds, and they
yes.
drill you on calculation stuff, but they let us have paper, so that was so nice.
That's nice.
I was like, "Oh,
Our
Oh,
thank
The
that
way
is
our
nice.
school did that was our first simulation, we sat in desks in the classroom around a circle, and our program director was just right in the middle, and she was just point at you and like, "Okay, succinylcholine, what kind of drug is that? What does it do? What are you worried about? What are side effects? What is it used for?"
Mm,
Like, and she just boom, boom, boom all the way around the room randomly. It was so
yeah.
terrifying.
You hate it, but you love it in the long run
Yeah,
that
yeah,
yeah,
because you realize how much you've learned. I think that's a big thing in clinical too, like all these mistakes and stuff that you make, but the moments where you're like, "Wow, this is actually connecting," or even when
sticking.
something connects and you're like, "That makes sense now." Like these 2 concepts
Mhm.
come
Mhm.
together and you're like, "Wow, okay, full circle. Like now I understand this and like and
Right.
fully." So,
Right.
those are
That's
big
what
moments
I
too.
was talking to my professor the other day, and he was like, "I'm in this because I love it and I love to teach it." And he's like, "I'm not out to get you." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "We're all on the same like team here." And he was like, "Exactly, exactly." He's like, "We're hard on you guys because we want you to be the best you can be." And that was really good to hear again, I think, from somebody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
I had one preceptor that he said, he's like, "I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna pimp you." He's like, "There are things that you know that I don't know, and things that
Mhm.
I know that you don't know." And he's like, "I will show you what I do and give you the reason as to why I do it, but I'm not gonna be putting you on the spot, and I'm not gonna make you feel dumb." And I was like, "Oh my
That
god,
just sets your whole day up.
you
Yeah,
are"
like
that
yeah,
would be me as a preceptor. I'd be like, "It's
and
all
I just
okay."
love it too, because like, when I text him the night before, he's like, "We're gonna have a great day tomorrow." And I'm like, "You know what? We are gonna have a great day
yeah,
tomorrow." And so
intention
it's like
setting. That's cool.
yeah, it's really cool. I One thing that I've learned, and I've learned this through multiple things, and I shared this story with you guys earlier, but one thing that I've learned is I need direct communication. I was in the OR, we were getting set up, and the case was going, and my preceptor says, "It's kinda cold in here." And I was like, "Yeah, for some reason, this room is always way colder than the other ones." And he's like, "Yeah." And then, like, a minute later, he's like, "You know what? Yeah, it's cold in here." And I was like, "Yeah, I have my scrub jacket if you wanna wear it." And, he was like, "No, I'm trying to tell you to turn on the bear hugger." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, 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 let me get that
Oh,
on."
man. I've had that.
Um,
I've had that.
eh
ISO is expensive. "Hey, do you know the
yeah,
cost of a bottle of ISO? Hey, ISO's expensive. Turn your flow rates down."
turn it
Like, "Oh,
turn
okay."
them down. And it just, like, didn't click. I was just like, "Oh my god, let me get you my jacket. Do you want me to talk to them about the settings?" I'm like or even, like, I had another patient where they were getting their pressures were getting soft, and the anesthesiologist was like, "I think they need some stimulation." And I was like a jaw thrust?" And he's like, "Yeah, maybe some more stimulation." And I was like, "What, you want me to, like, tickle them or something?" And he said, "No, I want you to DL. I want you to get going." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, 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 let's get started."
I want you to get going.
I was like,
Oh,
yeah, let's intubate him.
you're like, I got you. I got
Let's
you.
go. That's what we're here for. And so I keep having moments like
Woohoo.
that, and it's funny because I actually brought that up with one of my family members, and they're like, "You didn't know that?" And I was like, "Well, it sounds like everyone else knew but me." So
So great. That's so
yeah,
great. I love it. There's so many funny moments in clinical. Like, you're learning so much, but there's so many funny moments.
yeah. And
I'm
it's like,
excited. I'll be
don't
texting
be
you
afraid.
guys a lot.
Oh,
I start in 2
please,
weeks.
please do. And it's
Yes,
like
sir.
sometimes, like I said, the first week was so embarrassing for me. It kind of never being an adult learner kind of never goes away. And like I just tell people too, even like you're crawling under the drapes with your butt sticking out and the
Yeah.
preceptor's just standing there and you're like, please just look away. Give me a second to figure like
Yeah, you're like,
why
"I told
mess
you
around. Yeah,
to get
exactly.
I told you to get a second IV on this patient."
Yeah, exactly.
And you're, like, looking
Exactly.
That's
so
happened to me in the
silly.
ICU. It's the worst
Yeah,
feeling.
don't look at
Yes.
me
Ugh.
struggling over here.
Yeah, you look so
Like, I'm
silly going
sorry.
under the drapes, like, by the surgeon's butt and the first assist, you're, like,
Yeah,
trying to, like, "Sorry, sir."
uh
My apologies.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
It's a good time. There's so many funny stories that come out of this, and I'm glad that ours are recorded and gonna be blasted all over the
Perfect.
nation and the world.
Everybody
Yeah.
make fun of me.
Everyone make
Yay.
fun of it, yeah. No, I love
Yeah.
it because it just makes it you just feel, like, less alone because 'cause you're like, "Oh, everyone else is going through this." Because I feel like sometimes when I talk to people, they're always like, "Yeah, clinicals are going great." And I'm like,
Yes.
"Oh, you didn't,
Yeah.
forget to hook up your IV and it just went all over the bed? That didn't happen to you?"
Yeah, like,
You're like, am I the only one?
it's not happening.
It
It
flowed so good because it wasn't connected to the patient.
Yeah, and then, like, that's another thing, just to harp on social media for, like, a last point, is, like, that's another thing is people aren't, like, gonna be real on social media. I mean, there are some people that are real, but people put out their, like, highlights of what's going on, and, it's perfect, and you're sitting there comparing to the influencers or anybody that's putting stuff out there. They have these perfect days, and they're doing so great, and they got all these numbers, and they're doing all of this, but you just gotta realize that they're putting their highlights out there. They're not putting out those bad
So
days.
true.
And you
Yeah.
gotta remember that they're having those too. So don't, like, compare yourself to people on social media or even us, even though we're giving bad comparisons through our talk
We're
about
the
mistakes.
real. We're
Yeah.
getting to the down and dirty
Yeah.
here. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of Grade One View. A huge thank you to Levi and Nicolas for sitting down with me and being so incredibly transparent about their clinical experiences. It's really easy to look at the people ahead of you in your program and think they have it all figured out. But as we heard today, making mistakes is just a normal, necessary part of becoming a safe and competent CRNA. If you are heading into the OR tomorrow, take a deep breath. You've got this, and you're not alone in the learning curve. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with a fellow classmate who might need a little encouragement. Until next time.